welcome into the Sunday edition of the Greater Houston Area Ranking Scoreboard Show. We're going to go over the scores from yesterday and then look at the overall scores for the weekend in the format of the rankings. So let's just get right into it. Yesterday's action, 6A, Fort Bend Clements versus number 8 Ridgepoint. Ridgepoint wins that one, 69-13. 5A action, big game. Inside this game, it was really hot in this game, and so you got to see a bit of the stamina of the teams come into play as number 3 Manville wins 28-23 over number 2 Foster. Further 5A action yesterday, number 13 Kingwood Park wins 54-18 over Baytown Lee. In 6-man action, last night over at Karis Stadium on the campus of Emory Wiener, the number 4 Sugarland Logos Prep Lions take down the Emory Wiener Jaguars 54-26, and the Fort Bend Chargers, number 6, 46-0 over Williamson County Homeschool. So overall for 6A for the weekend, you can see the top 13 were either off or won. The highest ranking team to lose was Cy Ranch, who lost to Bridgeland 17-24. The only other team in the top 25 to lose was Pearland, losing to Dawson 14-21. So look for Cy Ranch definitely to move down a little bit in the rankings. Look for Pearland to possibly leave the rankings, and may well be a case that this game between Pearland Dawson and Pearland was a game to see who would be 25th in the rankings. But full disclosure, I haven't been all the way through all my analysis of the rankings. That'll happen later today. And then the rankings will go live at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning on txhsfb.net. Moving on to the 5A scoreboard, it was, as you can see, the highest ranking team to lose was number 6 Magnolia West, lost to Fulshire 20-23, and number 12 Dayton lost to Port Neches Groves 28-35. Both teams taking close losses to other ranked teams. In case of Magnolia West, the lower ranked team of Fulshire in the Wild 10-5A D1 district that also had the I missed highlighting one. Of course, number 2 Foster lost to number 3 Manville. So look for definitely Manville to move up, Foster to move down a little bit. Look for Magnolia West to move down. The real question here will be, does number 12 Dayton hang on, stay in the top 15 when I finish analyzing the rankings? On to 4A, the only team to lose was number 7 Navasota, losing to Iowa Colony 34-35. In 3A, the big matchup between number 1 and number 2, Columbus Hitchcock. Hitchcock pulls it out 33-28, scoring with 14 seconds left in that game to win. So you can look for Hitchcock to be the number 1 team, and then we'll see if it's a simple swap with Columbus going to number 2. Number 5 East Chambers lost to number 6 Anahuac. So look for Anahuac to move up. And then in another game between ranked teams, number 8 Tidehaven beat number 9 Brazos. We'll see if Brazos is able to stay in the top 10 with that loss. In the 11-man ranks, the only team to lose was number 6 Fort Bend Christian to unranked St. Baptist. I'm sorry I missed this one. But number 1 Houston St. Thomas beat number 10 Tombow Concordia Lutheran 35-7. So be looking to see if Tomball Concordia Lutheran sticks at number 10 or falls out of the rankings. And then on the 6-man scoreboard, the only team to lose was number 2, Conroe Covenant, to number 3, Baytown Christian. So obviously, Baytown Christian is going to move in front of Conroe Covenant in the rankings. This was a very strange game in the sense that on Thursday, Conroe Covenant thought they would be off this week. Baytown Christian thought they were playing Galveston Ocano. See the call from Ocano said they couldn't fill the team. And Conroe Covenant on one day's notice picks up a game against a highly ranked team. So obviously there won't be too much punishment of Conroe Covenant here. Kudos to them for picking up a game like this on such short notice and going out and having what looks like was an incredible game. So definitely Baytown Christian will move up, but don't look for Conroe Covenant to take too much punishment given the circumstances here. Sugarland Logos Prep beat Houston Emory Wiener 54-26. I was at this game. Lots of speed for Logos Prep. I think they will do well as the season progresses. Very opportunistic game. And that's going to do it for today's edition of Scoreboard Show. Tune in to txhssb.net 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, where we will release the rankings in full. You can also follow me on Twitter at txhssb. I'll be releasing the rankings with graphics one by one. And then, of course, next week we'll start on Thursday morning going over the schedule for the ranked teams for the weekend and looking in depth, going behind the numbers on some of the games between ranked teams.